My name is Adryel Talamantes, and I'm a photojournalist. My image that I like to call Umbrella Sky was taken on August 18th, 2019, just outside of Victoria Park on Hong Kong Island in Causeway Bay. On that day, the largest gathering of humanity that I've ever seen in my life, approximately 1.7 million people took part in the protest march that day. Um, you know, as many people as possible filled Victoria Park uh, in Causeway Bay to listen to speakers, pro pro democracy protest movement speakers, and the park was filled to capacity. It was impossible. Standing room only, of course, but even then, there was no room for all the people who showed up, and it was approximately 1.7 million people that took part in total in the march that day. And with Hong Kong being, you know, about 7 million people, that's a quarter of the population, give or take. It was raining intermittently that day, sometimes hard, sometimes a bit of a drizzle, and for myself and the other photographers and videographers that were there, we were worried about our equipment, and my main camera did suffer some glitches, but I'm glad that I was able to get this shot off before I headed back to my hotel, because I didn't want to suffer any catastrophic technical difficulties. I was on I was to the west of Victoria Park, standing on the Gloucester Road flyover. So I was about 30-ish or 40-ish feet above this crowd of people holding their umbrellas, and I angled my camera as much as possible downward to get a true bird's eye view of the scene. I knew I wanted to get nothing but umbrellas in the frame, because I just loved the patterns, all the colors. Right in the middle, there's a 7-Eleven umbrella. Those were quite popular. You saw a lot of those on the streets this day and in general during the protest movement in Hong Kong. So this picture is taken facing east, basically. After this, I started to walk north by northwest up, you know, to up Causeway Bay Road, and went up another highway, like overpass, I believe, over Victoria Park Road. And at that point, it became clear that any movement would be very slow, because it was just traffic there. I mean, nobody with any sense would have tried to drive on a Hong Kong Island that day, or go towards the Kowloon side, or from Kowloon try to get onto Hong Kong Island, because it would have been impossible. There were no clashes with the police or arrests on this day, as far as I know. There might have been something, but there were no confrontations, or like we saw on other days, no tear gas or anything like that. Just this, monumental biblical mass of humanity moving all at once, and it's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. And as I said, it's the most people I've ever seen, probably. And yeah, it is definitely the most people I've ever seen in one day, and especially the most people I've ever seen massed all together in such a way, almost becoming one force of nature or one large organism unto themselves or unto itself. And I feel very fortunate to have been able to witness this event.